Welcome back, guys, to Overture 1. We appreciate you guys tuning back in. And today we are going to be talking about leverage, other people's money, proprietary trading firms, hedge funds. How do they come into the mix? How confident you need to be before you start going into leveraging, into using other people's money. And guys, also remember, we do have a fee. If you take away any value from this and you implement into your life, share this with your friends, your family, your babies, your neighborhood,
your neighbor's babies.
Yeah, exactly. So if you get any value, share this to whoever you deem fit. If it's the guy around the corner always having the sign flip around to this Chinese joint, share with him. You ain't even know, bro. It's just a link. We're not even telling you to subscribe to our $10 a month channel, which we don't have. So ultimately, it's free 99.
Kick off the first point, obviously. In the umbrella of things that we're going to talk about, we're just going to get into like what is leverage, right? And the main thing that I want you guys to know in terms of trading and in finances, leverage is taking something and using capital to create a bigger, further return, right? And you see it in a variety of different aspects within day trading specifically. You see it using your own money, and you can see it using other people's money, and in the your money aspect, when you're trading something on margin or high leverage trading, or just simply called leverage trading, you're going to see this term kind of thrown around. I know specifically with us, we trade 1 to 100 leverage for mostly currency, okay? And that's our story personally. And we can use that with our own money, and we can also use that with another thing that we're going to get into that's called other people's money. And that's exactly how the acronym is spelled out, OPM, other people's money. It's just leveraging money that is provided to you by a firm, like we were talking about, a proprietary firm, a fund, or investors who want you to make money, whatever the case is. Somebody has the desire for a greater return, and they're going to provide you with what should be more capital than you can access right now, right? Leveraging this other people's money to get that return that you're looking for.
I want to talk about other people's money. Ultimately, because I've done funding firms and I know usually how that works, and I come from a place of experience. You have to come from a place of authentic confidence to be able to trade other people's money. And if you don't have that, you might want to have a little bit of a pause on other people's money. Because if you're not even confident on other people's money, what about your own money? Ultimately, you have to be secure in managing other people's money as well too, guys, because you do also have a responsibility. Just because it's a proprietary trading firm and you're losing it, you're not looking a little bit at the bigger picture.
Right.
Just because this is, you lose and you get to do another challenge. Think about when you have a fund, or if you do have a fund, if you want to separate yourself from funding firms and go higher and trade other people's money when you're doing it directly with them. Let's say Jared's an investor and he comes to me and he gives me $500,000. He's like, I'm gonna trade you. Jared has my number personally. Right. So he's gonna call me and look at that account and be like, fam, you're in 10% drawdown,
right,
and everything thus far. Realize also, this is trading. This is not a perfect world. We're not saying it's the end of the world, but be very vigilant and very confident in what you're doing. In trading, there's losses and lessons, there's wins, there's so much things that you can learn from. But also, don't ignore the possibilities when it comes to trading other people's money. You already know there's a risk attached to it. There's a lot of people in this space that think that, it's this simple, 10% 1 month, 5% 1 month, that's it, I'm golden, I'm funded. You know why? Because I was one of those people. It took me 7 to 8 tries to get funded. And once I did, I ran through a cycle of 6 to 7 months of just breaking even and then ultimately losing the account. And I thought once I got funded, life was cupcakes and rainbows right after that. And financial freedom was there. Am I not saying that's not the case with some people? Yes, you can do it. If you have the skill, great. It just happened to me. But you need to accept the responsibilities that could come with it. I'm not telling you to focus on it. Just be aware and everything thus far. Don't try to go, fam, I'm gonna trade other people's money. That's it. I need to quit my job. Great. Also, don't be ignorant to the fact that there's other things that could happen out there, and make sure to prepare yourself for those certain things, because it is just because it's 100,000 of your own money and you're not taking a lot of responsibility of it, because there's a cap, does not mean you need to be held liable and everything thus far.
100%. And I'm gonna unpack a couple of those different points. The first thing that I just want to say is, like, if you guys don't know what like a funding firm is or like a proprietary firm, just to catch you guys up to speed if you're new to that type of terminology, proprietary firm is just a conglomerate, or simpler, it's a group of money, right, that investors are bringing into the firm, right? You have no say in this whatsoever. This is their outside business, and they're looking for traders, right? People who can trade stocks or currency, indexes, whatever the goal of the firm is. Traders like myself, like Rob, maybe like you if you're listening to this, if you have the interest in that, and they're looking for you and other traders to manage that capital and make money for both yourself and for the firm, right? So I mean, that's just like the simplest explanation of it. We both participate in a dynamic like that right now. And the other thing too is that we've also been through the process of years of trading, and growing through different levels of accounts, from our own personal money to, you know what I mean, starting off at demo and then personal finances, leveraging personal money, right, getting to firms. There was an escalation of belief, and going back to everything that you were saying, talking about having authentic confidence, like what that comes down to is it's a belief system. It's everything that we teach on, right? It's everything that we talk about on this channel. At the root of it, it's a belief system. And something that someone specifically who I've been listening to recently, I'm just going to shout him out and just give him the credit. His name's Alex Ramosi. Everything that you're doing right now boils down to three things. It's beliefs, it's character traits, and it's a skill, right? You need to have the skill, okay? And then character traits and the belief system to support it, okay? Belief system, in the example that Rob was talking about, is confidence in the ability to execute, right? A character trait might be like the discipline to trade your setups, the discipline to get up at the right time and execute during your sessions, right? And then it comes down to the skill of actually being able to effectively trade in the market. My belief personally, I think most of the emphasis needs to be on the belief system and the character traits. And then while you're cultivating them, obviously you're going to be developing the skill that's necessary for you to get the result that you're looking for. But I think that was a phenomenal job. Like you really need to approach these things, and it doesn't matter what level of leverage you're at right now. If it's a small account of your personal finances, it doesn't even matter if it's a demo account, right? You're trading a demo account on leverage. Or if you're at the point right now where you're trading proprietary firms or you're managing a hedge fund, right? You need that authentic confidence, and you need to have a belief system, like a lot of the stuff that we talk about, that is going to support a healthy, growing environment for whatever it is that you're trading. The last thing that I just want to touch on briefly, another thing that Rob brought up, was funds, right? And I'm not an expert in funds, I don't have one, but just based on the math, the next level above a proprietary firm, trading for one and being a trader, is actually being the type of person who has a fund, right? And in the most basic definition possible, there's several different types of funds. There's real estate funds, right? There's funds that acquire businesses, but the ones that we deal with as traders are hedge funds, right? Maybe you work for one, maybe you have one, right? Hedge funds, what they do is they're that same pool of money that I was talking about with the firm that investors put the money into, and then the fund then allocates that money into stocks, crypto, right? Currency, whatever the fund is designed for, okay? And just giving you guys a basic overview of that. If that's another goal of yours, that's essentially what a fund is. And like what we're saying, this is a compounding of beliefs, skills, right, and character traits that are going to get you from, maybe you're at the point where you're just trading your own personal money through a broker, right? And we're just trying to highlight you the potential upside of leverage and the different vehicles that you can scale through, right, by growing your beliefs and growing your skills. So with that being said, I feel like we're wrapping up, but I appreciate you guys for tuning into another video here on the Overchill One YouTube channel. Like we said in the beginning, if you got value from this, share this to your friends, like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you on the next week's video.